I feel as though it's time to tell my story. This is not to bash anyone, but to help the young girls who I once was. This is for my sisters, my baby sisters, who are trying to find their way.
Love her accent.
Who don't have that father figure to lead them in the right direction. I'm ready to tell my story and hopefully open eyes to the young girls, the young women who need that big sister who I wish I could have had to listen to and to guide them through the storm so that they can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Next, I'm going to read John chapter 14, verse 27. Let me go to that chapter. Peace I leave you with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid.
Oh, damn.
Next, I'm going to read Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. For I am thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee. I will help thee. I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Second to last verse, I'm going to read, chapter, verses 1 through 6. Psalms 23, a psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runs over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Last but not least, Psalms 56. Be merciful unto me, O God, for man will swallow me up. He fighting daily oppressed me. My enemies would daily swallow me up, for they be many that fight against me, O thou most high. What time I am afraid, I will trust in thee. In God I will praise his word. In God I put my trust. I will not fear what flesh can do unto me. Every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps. When they wait for my soul, shall they escape my iniquity? In thine anger, cast down the people, O God. Thou tellest my wanderings. Put thou my tears into thy bottle. Or are they not in thy book? When I cry unto thee, then shall mine enemies turn back. This I know, for God is for me. In God will I praise his word. In the Lord will I praise his word. In God have I put my trust. I will not be afraid what man can do unto me. Thy
Amen.
vows are upon me, O God. I will render praises unto thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from that. Wilt not thou deliver my feet from falling, that I may walk before God in the light of the living?
Amen. Amen.
And this is for my baby girl, Rain. I don't ever want my daughter to go through half, not even half, whole of what I've been through mentally, physically, emotionally, ever what I've been through. As long as I'm walking this earth, I'd be damned if she ever had to experience half of the shit that I've been through when it comes to a man and their family and just wanting to be, just there.
Yeah, accepted. Yeah. Want to be there.
I'd be damned. As long as I'm living,
Okay.
she would be more than the woman I've ever been. She's going to break this cycle. She's not going to be me. She's not going to be my mom. She's not going to be my grandmothers. She's not going to be my aunts. She's going to be that woman. And I swear, as long as I'm walking this earth, Rain Lauren is going to be that woman. And RJ is going to be that man. He's not going to be my dad. He's not going to be my uncles. He's not going to be my grandfathers. He's going to be that man. He's going to respect. He's going to honor. He's going to love the ground a woman that he see fit, that he picked to be his other half. He going to do right by that woman. And as long as I'm on this earth, wrong is wrong and right is right. I'm not going to be that mama. I'm not going to be her.
Okay.
I'd be damned if I be her.
So we got to hear the story, but okay, I see where this is going. Okay.
That cycle stops now. That generational curse stops now. I'm not perfect by fall. I have so many flaws. Lord knows I have so many flaws. Lord knows I pray. I'm a praying woman. Yet, I sin. Lord knows I sin. I'm not perfect by far. But when it comes to those two, I pray. Lord knows I pray. My mother pray. My grandmother pray. It's to the point where, thank God that God blessed me with the man I have in my life now. He tell me, and he owns up to it. He's just not that man that talk the talk. He walk the walk as well. When it comes to my son, when I tell y'all, Lord, I can't wait to just tell y'all my testimony after I tell y'all my trials and my tribulations that I've been through. And I don't need sympathy. I'm not playing victim. Everybody wants to say, oh, Clint play victim. Girl, bye. I don't play victim. No, I just be want people to know. But sometimes it's not about you wanting people to know. That's what I've had to learn. You gotta know my story, baby. I'm gonna tell my story today. But you ain't gotta know my story. Or it's gonna come. God sits high and God look low. Jesus sit high and Jesus sit low. What's done in the dark always come to light. What you reap is what you sow. And Lord knows I'm not perfect by fall. I got my flaws, baby. And I tells it all. Everybody who know me knows I tell my dirt. I tells it, baby. But just know. So I met someone when I was 16 years old.
Okay, 16.
So he was the love of my life.
Okay.
And I knew what love was. My dad was in my life.
Okay.
My dad was young. He wasn't as present as he should have been.
Okay.
But my grandmother kind of picked up the slack and always just, made sure that my dad did his part. That's one thing about my grandmother. God rest her soul. She always made sure my daddy did his part.
Rest in peace, her grandma, man.
But still, you still this young, vulnerable girl who wished that her dad and her mom was together. They had that sweetheart relationship in the beginning, that inseparable relationship in the beginning, but it didn't end that way. They both moved on with their lives. My mom and my dad moved on, but who didn't want their parents together? That's neither here nor there. Let's get back to the nitty-gritty. Thought I found someone. Mind you guys, I was 16 years old. I didn't really know what love was. I thought that was love. I listened to what he said. I was head over heels, going crazy, boy crazy. I was in lust. Now that I'm older, I can admit that I was in lust. Just doing everything that I should have not done. But I mean, hey, it's my testimony. So yes, I was 16, vulnerable, and I didn't know at that time to go by actions. It was a learning progress for me. I felt like wisdom comes with age, and I'm still not all the way there. I still have my downfalls. But in all actuality, as years went by, I came to realization that his friends is not your friends.
Mm-hmm.
His family is not your family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, don't get me wrong. There are men with family who actually does care.
Mm-hmm.
And what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Yeah, I see where she's going with this. Like, some people are not like that. Like, you got some people, like, that's why she mentioned, like, yo, if I'm a mom, what's right is right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to let my son treat the girl this way, I'm going to be on his ass. You know what I'm saying? What's right is right, is wrong. But you do got some family members that's like, shit, that's my cousin. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my cousin's side no matter what they do. You see what I'm saying? So.
And who don't necessarily take sides, but is on the side of what's right and it's on the side of what's wrong, and don't automatically uphold the things that that person is doing in friendship or relationship. So yes, I was 16, just going through plenty of emotions, being taken advantage of,
Did she mention how old the man was? I'm not sure.
Sorry, y'all, bear with me. It's really a lot and it's overwhelming and it makes me emotional. And I'm trying not to cry because I'm a crybaby. I'm very emotional. I am a crybaby. I'm feisty, but I'm a crybaby. I'm an emotional gangster. But yes, I thought his mom was my friend, but turns out she was not. And nothing is wrong with having your child's back. But to a certain extent, when you know your child is wrong, it's one thing, she'll come to me and say, oh, he's wrong. But then on the backside, uphold everything he's doing. So that's where my frustration came. And the sister never did like me. She never did. Never did. She was fake.
Sis.
Calling it how it is. Very fake. She just dealt with me, I guess, on the strength of him. but she never did like me. And it's okay. It's okay. Don't care. But who wouldn't want that love from the person you're with? Family. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have my flaws. They can say what they want, but they always had an issue with the way I reacted to certain things, but not why I reacted. Question why I reacted the way I did. So yes, I've been through the ringer. I was also going through things at home, and I feel like that's why I tried to eliminate myself, and I grew rebellious to my mother, which I shouldn't have done. And like I said, it's trial and error, and Lord knows the bond that my mom and I have now is even tighter than it was before. It was always me and my mom since I was born. It was always us two. So my mom was in a relationship, and I'm not going to get into her business, but she was in a marriage to a man that despised me, did not like me till this day. And it showed, his hatred towards me showed over the years. And as I grew older, I grew hatred for him. So when my ex came into my life, I just grew closer to them. And
Ain't that kind of weird that the new boyfriend hates the daughter? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Usually, it might not like the son, little nigga in the crib, the son, little nigga cock blocking ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know why he ain't like her.
I bonded with them just to get away from what I was going through at home. And I feel like my ex-mama used that to her advantage. Definitely used it to her advantage. And I would I thought I can trust them, and I would tell them stories about what I went through with my at that time my stepfather. And one day I was introduced to evil. I come from a background of church. Every Sunday my grandma had me in church. Not saying that the devil is in church too. Now don't get me wrong, there's that the devil's in church. They got and the devil know the Bible from front to back. So that's neither here nor there. But I felt like I grew up in a Christian household, whether it was by my grandmother or with my mom and my mom's mom, my other grandmother. So I grew up knowing the Lord's Prayer or whatnot. So just expressing the trauma I felt like I went through. My ex-mother introduced me to this woman who I was told was a prophet. Mind you, at that time, I'm 16. I didn't know what the hell a prophet was. Never knew anything about it.
Damn, that's crazy. The mama introduced her to a prophet. Well, people be believing in what they be believing in and stuff. But dang, at 16. Okay, I'm listening. Hold on.
Didn't know what it was. Now that I'm older, I know what a prophet is, and I know when a prophet is of God. People prophesize in the church willingly because that's what God called them out to do, is prophesize. But this lady was evil. I'm not going to say her name, but she was evil. She brought me to this woman basically saying, she's going to tell you everything. Like I met her when I was pregnant with my ex's, when she was pregnant with my ex's sister. I met her and I was just in the store, and she just came up to me and was like, "You're pregnant. You're having a girl." And I didn't know I was pregnant. And she said she didn't know she was pregnant at that time. And then when she found out she was pregnant and then it was a girl, I guess she grew closer to the woman. And she brought me
To me, you just did a lucky guess. No cap.
to this woman home, and basically was like, I want you to meet her, and she's going to tell you these things, and this and that. Now, what I do know is cleanliness is next to godliness. And when I went into that woman's house, it was like she was a hoarder. Not only was she a hoarder, she had just her appearance, you know, and you know, never judge a book by its cover, but her appearances was just weird to me. Smoking cigarette, she was heckling and coughing and cursing from A to Z. But of course, I didn't know no better. Came into this lady home, and you know, my ex-mother was like basically telling her, you know, what I was going through, and you know, I kind of explained some things, and you know, she opened up a Bible, and I'm like, okay, all right. And then she started reading the scripture, and then she took out these bones and threw.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
The bones on the floor. I mean, it was something like that. And she told me to. I don't know where. I don't want to lie, but I feel like she told me to grab a bone, pick a bone.
I would have been like, oh, hey, 16, shit, mama. You feel me? I'm telling my mama, like, ma, what you think of? Like, you feel me? Like, what the fuck going on?
She threw it on the floor or something, like, I don't know. But then she started saying these things about me that no one knew, that I never told anyone. Some things were true and some things were not. And I didn't say, at that point, it didn't scare me. I was amazed. I'm 16 years old. I don't know no better. I was more amazed than anything. And I was like, how you know all this? And then she was saying how, you know, that my mom was jealous of the relationship that my ex and I had. And I believed her, being young and vulnerable as I was, manipulated. And she was saying how my mom's ex-husband was cheating on her, which I knew for a fact that was true. You know, thank God my mom left that, but that's neither here nor there. We're not going to get into that. That's not my story to tell. But she was also saying how my mom's ex-husband was cheating on her with one of my mom's close friends and things of that nature. She was just saying a lot. And the thing she was telling me in the beginning that, like I said, no one knew, only I knew, you know, I kind of believed her. And that conversation and that interaction that I had with that woman led me to be more rebellious. And I started feeling a certain way towards my mom. I let the evil, that lady, his mom, brought me into evil. That lady was evil. That was not of God. Now, don't get me wrong. God does give people certain gifts. And, you know, so, you know, help other people's lives. But that woman was using it in a foul manner. Point blank, period. And all of what she prophesied, I ain't even gonna call it her prophesizing. Half of that shit was not true. Period. Anyways, that woman invited evil into my life. And ever since I stepped foot in that woman's house, my life during that time was hell. I became a person my mama didn't recognize. I was consumed with evil. I was doing things that I have never done. I wasn't a sweet Clinique no more. I wasn't that innocent Clinique no more. I was doing things that I should have never done. Because I let the devil I let that evil one get in my head and deter me from what was right. So, of course, I grew resentment towards my mom for no reason. Became very rebellious, sneaking out the house, bringing my mom through hell and back when it came to my ex. Just wanted to be near my ex. My mom didn't want me near any of that, but I just grew resentment, and I had to learn the hard way. At one point, my mom just gave up, and like she said, she gave it to God, and Lord knows, I'm sorry, Mama, for all. And I said my apologies to her, but I'm sorry, Mama.
That's what's up.
I'm sorry.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm so sorry. And them evil people will literally tell people that my mom treated me like shit. My mom hated me. And this and that, when I'm the one that treated my mama like shit. My mama didn't hate me. My mama don't hate me. My mama would die for me. My mama would give her last. If anybody know my mama, y'all know. If you know, you know. And they know that. They know that. So, years passed. We were in high school.
Okay, they was in high school.
Graduated high school, and we was still, he was cheating, playing me like a dog.
Okay, real quick, this is why it's definitely important to, like I say all the time, you know what I'm saying, be in your kids' life and talk to your kids, because we had somebody who seems as though they came in this woman's life, this kid, well, she was a child at the time, and they brainwashed her, you know what I'm saying? Like the mom of the boyfriend took her to some place, they throwing bones, all type of shit, like talking about they profits and telling, because she didn't already told the mama, like, okay, or told the boyfriend what she going through. The boy probably telling his mama what his girlfriend going through her, you know what I'm saying? So, so the mama took her to I mean, maybe the mama had good intentions, you know what I'm saying, when she introduced her to this prophet lady, but it just didn't turn out good because she resented her mom, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's unfortunate. So hopefully, um, like I say, you know what I'm saying, y'all just talk to y'all kids and stay ahead of the game. Like she said, her mama cared about her. She was just brainwashed, you know what I'm saying? So y'all let me know. And we got to remember, they in high school, they 16, or she's 16, boy probably around the same age, 16, 17. So, you know what I'm saying?
He graduated before me. He went to college to play football.
Okay.
And me in school, I did very well in school. They got on my ACT, did very well in school. I was able to go to a college that he was going to, and I was labeled as crazy from following him. But that was just me, my young guard. And I got into plenty of colleges. I had scholarships to Xavier. I had scholarships to Southern, BR. I could have went anywhere, but I chose just to be underneath him, which I should have never done. But I thought I had a relationship with one of his cousins, expressing that I got into, the college he was into. I always wanted to be in a medical field. Always wanted to be in a medical field. I wanted to actually be a doctor. And I remember telling a cousin I wanted to go into pre-med. And she turned on me. She turned on me and was like, using, everything. Mind you, I'm a little girl. I was in high school. Didn't know right from wrong. Using me reacting to the things that my ex did to me. Lashing out, because I didn't know how to handle my emotions at that time. This was all new to me. So using that, talking about if I do something to my ex, she gonna be singing like a canary on the stand and this and this and that. Instead of just congratulating me and, telling me that, hi, you think you're going to be being pre-med, girl, you would never make it. Literally told me that to the point where I started believing it. If it wasn't for her and what she told me, I would have definitely went for pre-med. But I let somebody deter me and make me feel like I wasn't capable. That was the self-sabotaging clinic at that point, you know? Yes. And this man, my ex, never did really have my back. Never did. He let them treat me like shit. Never did have my back. And that was always one of my arguments with him. Like, when are you going to have my back? When are you? After all you do to me, when are you going to have my back? In certain instances, he did used to stand up in certain things. But he, for the most part, he never did. So, I get pregnant in college. I switched from doing on campus to online, and that letting me know that me and my ex is gonna graduate college. She gonna make sure of it. She gonna have my back. He gonna have his back. She's gonna always have his back regardless. But just reassuring me. Definitely got a mouthpiece on her. Definitely have a mouthpiece, a fire one. So it's convincing, So, and it's a lot of parts I'm skipping. I'm just, keep trying to keep it as minimum, but while also giving y'all, as much as I could. Now, prior to that, me getting pregnant with Rain, I was pregnant before that, but, you know what happened? Yeah. So, as I was pregnant, the sister was pregnant. And when she found out I was pregnant, baby, she was so mad, crying, having a fit that I was pregnant. Now, mind
What's
you,
she mad for?
she's still in high school pregnant. Having a fit that I was pregnant at the same time. Thinking I just got pregnant because she got pregnant, but I was literally pregnant before that. But that's, Anyways, having a fit. She had her baby before I had my baby. Had my daughter. Her dad cheated on me the whole time I was pregnant with her. I had STDs back to back.
Oh, shit.
Mind you, I'm living in the house he's living in, but he was staying on campus.
Shit.
And he would barely come home on the weekends like he should have because he was sleeping around. And when he would come home, he was chilling in the studio with his friends all night till 5 in the morning. That's what he was saying he was doing, but literally he was staying by a female house. And I found that out. All while being pregnant with my daughter. My pregnancy with my daughter was so rough. I wanted to kill myself. It's plenty of times I wanted to kill myself. I felt like, why I'm not enough? Why am I not enough?
Ladies, it don't be nothing. It really don't got nothing to do with you, ladies. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking as a man. It don't got nothing to do with you. It don't got nothing to do. Niggas just want to fuck other girls. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's like, did Tupac say this? No, it's Tupac said the sweetest thing next to joy is getting pussy. But the sweetest thing getting some pussy is some new pussy. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. So it ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Niggas just wanna fuck. Telling y'all the truth. So you don't gotta feel like, oh, it's what am I doing wrong? Or da. Baby, it ain't got nothing to do with you. If you were doing everything right, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You can suck my dick from the back. I ain't never had that ever happen to me. I'm trying to see what that be like right there. You could be doing all type of shit. It don't matter. Niggas still try to go and see if another girl suck that motherfucker from the back. No cap. I'm just telling y'all the truth.
What's wrong with me? I'm smart. I'm
Nothing,
beautiful.
baby. Nothing's wrong with you. Telling you.
I'm not bad built. Like, why wasn't I enough?
It don't got nothing to do with that.
I always ask myself that.
It don't got nothing to do with it, baby. Trust me.
Everybody's true colors started to come out, even though I seen their true colors, but I just was naive, gullible, and I bypassed all of that.
You could be fucking a girl, she bad, nigga. Oh my God. Big ass, big titties, everything. You see another bitch who fucking with you, you know what I'm saying? She might be goddamn 100 pounds, 105. Nigga be like, shit, let me try to fold her ass up too. I'm just being honest with you. Let me see what that be like. Let me see if she could take all of, you know what I'm saying? She kind of small. Let me see if she could take all of it. You know what I'm saying? So, it ain't got nothing to do with y'all, ladies. Trust me. Holy.
Just the truth started coming out. You know, through so much I've been through with my daughter, so much my daughter has seen, the trauma she's seen, the trauma she's been through, the back and forth with me and her dad. You know, it was plenty of times where I just wanted to just stay away. It was just so much back and forth with these people, and, you know, them lying and saying this and that about me, trying to turn people against me, and me having to defend myself, you know? And I'm done defending myself. I'm done defending myself. What I gotta defend myself for? Because the Lord knows. He know the truth. I know the truth. They know the truth. They know the truth. So many things has happened, y'all. Domestic violence between us was horrible. It was so bad. So bad.
I know not why you was
so
pregnant. Please tell me not.
It was at a point where I almost went to jail. It was bad. And till this day, he always want to throw in my face, you could have went there, I could have put you in jail. But you were the one interrupting my peace. You was fucking with me. And when I click, it's, ooh, Lord, Clinet crazy. Clinet this, Clinet that. Y'all don't understand the half. Oh, my gosh. I could just cry. My daughter seen so much. We got into a bad argument. It was so bad. And it was always so toxic because he was a cheater, so I didn't trust him. So it was always argument after argument after argument because he was not to be trusted. He couldn't be trusted. My baby had to be a couple of months old, my daughter. And after the last bad argument we had, I just decided to, I left his mom's house. And I left his parents' house and I went back home by my mom. And, I had cut off communication with him. I cut off all communication. I think a month and a half had went by and he contacted me and was like, I'm sorry, I want my family and this and this and that. And he basically...
Niggas always trying to come back, talking about they want their family and shit after the girls stop fucking with them, for real. Once they finally just be like, nigga, I ain't fucking with you no more, that's when niggas come back with the sorries.
Basically said he wanted to marry me.
Oh, shit. Hey, listen, they come back with sorries. I want to marry you and all type of shit.
Did say that. And I'm like, whatever. And he was like, I'm serious. Let's go to the courthouse. So I'm like, who wouldn't want their family? Who wouldn't want, they high school, be with their high school sweetheart? So I'm like, okay. Literally that day, we went to the courthouse, got everything arranged, and the next morning we was, going to get married. Damn. And I was asking him, I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? And he was like, yeah. Next morning we went and got married. And I felt like the happiest person, like I'm like, oh my gosh, like my fairy tale. Even though he's just, everything he did, it was like, this man married. that right there, to me at that point was like, oh my God, he really do love me. Not even a month after that, a tour, I think months had went past, and I told one of his family members, and they got back to the mom and all that. Them people literally, and we went behind everybody back because nobody was getting along. His people didn't like me. My mom and them didn't care for him, so nobody knew. It was just me, him, and our baby at that time. You know, we was a family. He was still in college. I was taking classes. Yes. So, not even a few months after that, after we got married, the sheriff, Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, came, knocked on my parents' door, and gave the paperwork to my stepdad at that time.
Oh shit.
And gave the paperwork to my stepdad, and he, of course, he opened it like, what the hell is this? And it was divorce papers. It was an annulment. Mind you, me and him is on good terms. So I'm asking him what's going on. His people made him go do it. His mama said I'm out for a mail ticket. Like I'm just thrown away, like I'm a bum. Like I came from nothing. Like my people was broke. Like cause like I said, he was an athlete. He was in college for football. Like I didn't have, I just come for nothing. I've been with this dude since I was 16. It was okay for me to have his baby, but it wasn't okay for me to marry him. Make it make sense. His excuse to his mom was, he was trying to make her please her or whatever, was like, well, she didn't want, she took the baby from me. I didn't take the baby from him. I just wanted peace. And being around them people didn't bring me peace. It was always drama. And if he really wanted, when I was around, he really didn't spend time like he should have with his baby. It wasn't, at that time, he wasn't, worrying about my baby Rain like that. His excuse, he used to always be with his boys and going to the studio and this and this and that. And his excuse was always, oh, I don't want her around that. She a girl. She don't need to be around that. That was always his excuse. Never wanted to change her diaper. He just said he didn't feel comfortable changing her diaper because she was a female. I said, okay, I understand. I didn't get no help like I should have gotten. I did not. So, of course, he ended up canceling the divorce, and the people got mad. They got so mad. So, for the first 5 years of my daughter's life, me and him was back and forth. We was married, but me and him was back and forth, on and off, because of his people. His mom, his sister, they didn't like me. And I had got a good job, still in school now. Still, but part-time, trying to take it step by step, because I couldn't go to school full-time because I had a car note, I had car insurance, I had real bills. So, and then, his mom and them didn't like me, didn't want me at his house. And my mom didn't want him at her house. So I said, you know what? I'm making some good money. Let me go get an apartment just so my family could be together. Got an apartment, my first apartment, 2-bedroom, for us to be together. Well, baby, his mom did not want him at the apartment. If you can't, mind you, I want his money though. That's what she always say. I'm out for him with his money. Bye-bye. You don't need to be at her house if you can't pay the bills and this and this. And I knew he was in college. We both was in college, but I knew what he was working towards. And he could tell you, he know the truth. He left college early to declare for the NFL. And I was like, don't do that. Get your degree first. Don't do that. I was talking him into just finishing college, but no, he wanted to go and do the NFL. And I'm like, okay. He did that. His mom did not want him at my apartment. The excuse was always, You can't help her. You shouldn't be up under nobody's roof. You can't help pay the bills and this and that. That was her excuse to him. So of course he would tell me that, but the whole time he laid up at his parents' house in a bed with another woman while I'm at home raising my child by myself. And this went on for the first 5 years of her life. The back and forth. So during this time, my mom and my dad was like literally helping me with my child, raising my child. So finally, his grandfather died and everything, you know. I had to tell his mom sorry for things which I know I didn't do, and how it came back to her about, she's basically saying I was talking about her lies, which I wasn't talking about her. I was just telling my story. But just to make things better for my family that I was trying to create, I put my differences aside, apologized, shared my condolences, and, you know, we tried to rekindle, but it was never right. I felt like it was getting back to a point, but my mom used to always tell me, Lene, them people don't watch them people. But I always, man, no, you know, it's my family too. You know, that's how I was looking at it. Slapped in the face again. Boy cheated on me time after time. Even cheated on me with a friend that I had in high school. That you know, we ended up becoming friends closer after high school. And he cheated on me with her. She lied to him. He claimed that she lied to him and said we wasn't like that, but I have receipts. I have receipts for everything. Cheated on me with her, and the sister always wanted to befriend everybody. The sister always wanted to befriend everybody because of the hatred she had for me. Till this day. Let me get into that later. But yeah. He wanted to make it right. Now don't get me wrong. I know deep down inside, he's a good person. He just got the wrong people around him. He do. He do. And they're more of a hindrance to him. And Lord knows, I pray and I hope one day he see it. And I don't want him to, you know, just say F everybody, but just see the real for what's real. Point blank, period. Because to this day, he think I was the worst thing that could have happened to him, and I wish bad on him. Not true at all. Who wouldn't want the father of their kids to do well? Because when you do well, I do well. My kids do well. I ain't got to work as hard. Which I'm going to do regardless, but, you know, my kids going to be straight. That's neither here nor there. So we tried to come as one, make it work. I ended up getting pregnant with my son. That pregnancy was hell. I got cheated on through that pregnancy. Badly. When I found out I was pregnant with him, before I found out, my ex was playing football. Away, found out his grandfather died, came home and, you know, with his family. I got sent videos of him intimate, unprotected sex with somebody he don't even know. Mind you, he was out playing football only for like a month or two. Sent to my Twitter. But it's all the things, and I'm so mad at myself because I accepted this. Because I'm like, at that time, I'm like, fuck, who don't want me? That's how I was thinking, you know? Not knowing that God was going to bless me with who I met today. But that was right before I found out I was pregnant. And I think I was already pregnant at that time. I let that go. Got pregnant with my son. Things was going good. He re-proposed to me. Mind you, we was already married, but he wanted to do things right. He re-proposed to me and wanted to actually have a wedding and do all of that. I was pregnant with my son. Of course, still toxic. Y'all gotta think about how my mind was set up because of all the trauma. So, just months ago, I'm still pregnant with my son. Just months ago, before I found out I was pregnant, I got sent videos of you intimate with another woman. So, where you think my head gonna be at? I'm not healed. I never really dealt with it. I just brushed it off. So I never dealt with it. I got mad, lashed out, and then next day, I'm like, okay, let me go back to my man. Just stupid. Very stupid. Very. And I take pride in that. Yeah, I'm stupid. But it just made me, it just helped me more than to the woman I am today. Thinking things gonna change. Going through so much. I'm big pregnant with my son. We got into an argument, and I used to always put him out because I'm like, I didn't know how to process things, so of course I would just put him out. Go by your mama, this and that. That was my fault as well. I have my flaws, but that came from me just going off of how he treated me. You know what I'm saying? And that time he was tired and claimed he was tired, and the amount of arguments I got into with females. Because I'm like, y'all know this man married. Y'all know he got me. I used to look at the females as the problem, which I feel like to an extent it is, but you need to get mad with your man. Get mad with that nigga. But I wasn't thinking like that at the time. So I done got into fights with women. Physical fights with women. And one of the women I got into a physical fight with, that he claimed he didn't want, and this and this and that, I found him in bed with her. Big pregnant with my son. Literally about to go in the next month to have my son. After an argument him and I had, we wasn't even apart 2-3 days before he started contacting her again and ended up in a bed with her. That same week. I had, he had a key on my key ring with my car keys, a key to his mom's apartment on the key. And that same week, me and my daughter was out eating at Copeland's, and his car, I know his license plate. I knew his car. Like, nobody had the car he had the way it was. So I saw him, and I knew what a girl said. I knew everything. I was a detective. I knew everything. Everything. So like I was saying, I'm a detective. I was so far gone, so it's like I knew everything. Not only that, I looked for stuff as well, because that intuition. I feel like God has given me this kind of discerning spirit as I grew older, and that intuition ain't nothing nice. Seeing as his car going up Manhattan. Mind you, at this point, he's not supposed to be driving because he had just had a shoulder surgery. So I'm like, Texas sister, I was like, is he y'all still at the grandma's house? Because they were staying by the grandma's house. After his surgery, we was all staying there for a few days. I'm like, no, he gone. I'm like, oh, okay. So instead of me just letting him go, which I knew where he was going, I texted him, and he was like, I ain't going to this and that, because I ended up leaving. We was actually leaving Copeland. That's how I seen the vehicle. And I followed him, and of course he turned around. I went to the girl house, big pregnant, ready to fight. Just stupid, not thinking clearly. That same night, me and him going back and forth, he ended up meeting up with her again. And this time, he went to his mom's apartment because they wasn't there. They was at the grandma's house. Like I said, I had the key on my car ring. Now, I used to always, when I would get off from work, I used to use the key to go to the house because they would be in an apartment, and I'll go get the kids or whatever like that. So I always had access. I just go in there and get them, So I wasn't thinking about, oh, let me not go in this lady house. It wasn't, I wasn't thinking about that. All I thought about is my husband with this right now. It's like 3, 4 in the morning. Just, I could not sleep. My baby was kicking. He had me up. I had a bad heartburn. I was just in my feelings. I'm so mad, crying. I'm like, just, something ain't right. So I drove around the apartment, and I didn't see his car. I'm like, well, he may not be here. But then again, I know how he is. He hid his car. I walked into the apartment complex, put them key through that door, and it's like a movie scene. As soon as you open the door, clothes on the floor, like they just got inside and started ripping their clothes off. Her purse on the counter, all that. I go in the room. They laying on the mattress in the room, butt naked. And I record everything. In that instance, before that, I would have said, I would have effed them up. I would have did this, I would have did that. But in that moment, all I could do was cry and just scream and, and I tried to fight, and then all he was telling me was, B, get out, B. I'm calling the police on you. Get out and this and this and that. Get out. I'm going to call the police. What you doing and all this and all that. Mind you, just the night prior, before that, I'm going to come home and work. We going to work it out and this and this and that. But B, get out and this and all that with the female. And she laughing the whole time, smiling, thinking the shit funny. Laughing the entire time. And I don't wish this on my worst enemy. I don't. That hurt that I felt, also being 9 months pregnant, that's the worst feeling ever. My emotions was all over the place. All I could do was go up to my mom and just cry and weep, and it was bad. It was so bad, y'all. His mom called. Of course, he called his mom. She called, why would you go in my apartment? Why would you, he just had surgery. Why you hurt his arm? Not, are you okay? That's how I knew for sure that lady didn't give 2 fucks about me, because I'm carrying your grandson. And the first thing you ask me is why I went into your apartment and why I hurt him and this and that. Mind you, I'm big pregnant. What can I do? I finish telling my story, but it's just so much, and it's bringing back a lot of emotions for me, because like I said prior, I'm not all the way healed. I'm a work in progress, and I just I feel like I've shared enough. Just trust me, I've been through a lot, and it's so much, things dealing with money and just more arguments, fights, things with old people he dealt with, and the new. I feel like I have come a long way, but I'm not perfect by far. I still have a lot to work on. My anger, that's one of them. It's like my temper is so short. My patience is so short. And that comes from my trauma. I talk to a therapist. I do have a therapist, and I talk to my therapist. So, I recognize a lot. And I'm a work in progress. Lord knows I am. I'm not perfect by far. Have my shortcomings. Lord knows I do. But I thank God for where I am today. Just know I'm a firm believer in being with a person and God delaying your blessings. And my blessings were delayed, but not denied. And I'm blessed.
Delayed but not denied. I like that.
I'm healthy. I have a lot to look forward to. I have 2 beautiful, healthy kids, very smart children. I'm glad I'm able to be better, because if I'm not better, how can I be better for my kids? So now that I'm at a place in my life where I'm okay, I'm better for my kids, And I'm still becoming a better mother. I learn as I go. We learning together. Me and my baby's learning together, and I'm just so glad that I'm better um, for them. And we're on this journey together, and we're growing together. And I'm just blessed, many blessings, many blessings. And I know God and Jesus got my back. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. So everybody threatening my nursing license, saying they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. I rebuke you. What's for me is for me, my baby. And that's facts. But I do gotta work on me. I made it. I was so stagnant. God blessed me in many, many ways. And I'm just blessed, so blessed, so blessed, so grateful to be the mother I am today. Because when I'm doing good, my kids are doing good. When I'm whole, I can be what I need to be for them. Now trust me, I'm always there, and I push myself. Even when days I want to get out the bed, I push myself and I do what I gotta do when it comes to my babies, because they didn't ask to be here. And I'm becoming a better mother, and I just love that I'm able to be present and to, I'm trying to look for the right words. Like I said, I'm glad I'm able to be present, to be strong, stand on all 10 toes, and give my children all I got. Because it's hard out here, y'all. It is hard. Mental health is real. I'm very big when it comes to mental health. And thank God for my therapist. Thank God for my parents, my babies, my boyfriend. Thank you. Thank y'all for being patient with me and helping me and guiding me, because I still need guidance. Thank y'all so much. I love you all, and I think I told enough. I can't tell no more. It's draining. But I know the truth. God know the truth. They know the truth. And I told my truth.
All right. I think this was a good message, you know what I'm saying, for all the young women out there. Don't be following behind no nigga like that. Nah. But really it really just shows you know, she should have definitely left a long time ago, but she was young, and like I said, I think this is a great message for younger females. You know what I'm saying, not to do what she did, not to follow, you know what I'm saying, in her footsteps on what she did when dealing with a man, which is why she gave us the whole speech when she first started the video about, her son going to know how to treat women. Her daughter is not going to go through these type of things, because it seems as though she went through a lot dealing with her baby daddy, you know what I'm saying? And again, this was a young age, so you know I give the younger people a pass, really, you know what I'm saying? When you meet somebody and you 16 years old, you probably think y'all getting married. You know what I'm saying? When you meet somebody that young, especially, boom, now you got a baby by him and stuff. She really liked them / loved them because she moved to the same college that the nigga went to. You know what I'm saying? So it was just unfortunate, and definitely that was a good message about the mom and shit too. It definitely seemed like the mom's is going to be on her son's side. Yo, the mom say, why you go in my apartment like that when you know his shoulder broke? You see what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, it's unfortunate, but like she said, I'm glad she found her a new boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad she in a happy relationship. I'm glad her kids is doing all right. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely uh a story that can definitely, you know what I'm saying, help somebody, you know what I'm saying, on what not to do. You feel me? So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I think it was a good story. And God bless her and her family. I wish her nothing but the best. All right. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me as always. Make sure y'all smash that like button on your way out. It's your boy Ray Big Play. And like I told y'all in the beginning, ladies, of the video, it really don't be having nothing to do with you, or you're not being good enough or nothing like that, man. Niggas just want to fuck some more pussy. No cap. All right. I appreciate y'all. It's your boy Ray Big Play. I'm out. Peace.